Okay, I'm going to give you a quick little lesson on sewing here. I've already got lines scratched on the vinyl where I have to sew the pleats in. Notice there's pleating foam on the back of the vinyl. And here we go. All you have to do is keep it going in a straight line. Follow the lines on the vinyl. Now here's the new piece, the first piece I completed, ready to be sewn together with everything else when I get that far. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, now I'm going to show you how I make the piping. That's the one of the accent trim pieces on this seat. And to start out with, this is a dual needle sewing machine, and it's designed for making French seams, which most car upholstery has, and you can sew with either one or both needles at the same time, and they're 3/8 of an inch apart. And the original presser foot for the dual needles is this little job here, and you can see it's got 2 slots, one for each needle, and it's flat on the bottom. And in order to make piping, you only use one of the needles. And since you can't buy attachments for this machine anymore, I had to make this presser foot attachment for piping myself, and I carved it out of a 3/8 inch piece of steel, and then I bent up the bracket that holds it and put a pin in there so it's hinged just like the original one is. And it's got a groove in the bottom which rides on top of the piping as it comes through the machine, and one single slot for one needle, as I only used one needle for it. And then the attachment for actually making the piping, again, these things are no longer available, so I looked at a couple of different things on eBay for modern machines, and I concocted this contraption myself, and it works quite well. I've used a piece of brake line tubing in the center of it here that feeds the wire. I use a doorbell wire for the cord in the piping, and then use a 1 inch and a half strip of fabric that goes through the machine or the apparatus, and the apparatus folds the fabric in half and inserts the wire into the middle of it as it pulls it through the machine. This thing on the wire wrapped around the back here is simply a guide to keep the fabric going straight into the apparatus. Now I'm going to put the presser foot on the machine, and then I'll show you how it works. First of all, I pull the wire through and I fold it over the end of the vinyl and staple it on there, and that just holds everything in place until you get it started. Then this thing slips in the machine here, and you have to pull the material through far enough to get it under the needle and drop the presser foot down, and you should be ready to go. Just got to keep everything straight here. We'll see if it's working this time. As you can see, the perfectly sewn piping is coming out back here. This is all feeding through nicely. There it is. Nice piping that'll be used on the seats. Here's one of the back seats that I just completed, one side. Here's what the old one looked like. Quite a bit brighter. It'll be fun to get them all done and get them in the car. Here's a glimpse of what my family room in my house looks like right now. I've gotten most of the chrome parts back from the platers, and I've got them spread out in the house so they're out of harm's way. This section right here is all the fiberglass chrome plated parts. And you can see the roof top trim there. I've got the grooves painted the white body color, and they look really nice. I still need to paint the I call them windows in the front bumper Dagmars. They need to be painted black yet. Over here I've got the dash and the fender skirts. The dash looks beautiful. Missing a couple parts from the plater yet. Here's the hood. You can probably kind of tell by looking around here that I like tigers too, so I've got a lot of tiger stuff hanging around. Down the hallway here we've got the doors and the trunk lid. And then this back bedroom, more chrome. Oh, this is kind of neat too. This is the Sunday Detroit Times from February 21st, 1954, introducing the Mercury XM-800 for the world's first showing at the Detroit Auto Show. Scored that baby on eBay. And with all these pieces of chrome that you see laying around here, there's still a few that are missing. But I should have everything back here in a day or two.